matinee this morning, but I'm delighted to be here and delighted to be listening to Lauren Russell, who is a colleague at Hopkins, and so this is really wonderful. Lauren is a poet and a writer in hybrid forms. She's the author of Dissent, winner of the Poetry Society of America's 2021 Anna Rabinowitz Award. Have you met Anna Rabinowitz? I know Anna, I'll tell you some stories. Right? And What's Hanging on the Hush from 2017. Her next book, A Window That Can Neither Open Nor Close, Poems, Plots, Chants, is forthcoming this year in the Multiverse series from Milkweed Editions. Lauren has received fellowships from the National Endowment for the Arts, Cave Canem, and the Wisconsin Institute for Creative Writing. Her work has appeared in the Academy of American Poets Poem a Day, the New York Times Magazine, the Brooklyn Rail, Chicago Review, the anthology Furious Flower, Seeding the Future of African American Poetry, and elsewhere. She is an assistant professor in the writing seminars at Johns Hopkins and lives in Baltimore with her cats, Cat Jeffrey and Lady Day. Please welcome Lauren Russell.
Thank you, David. Thanks so much for inviting me and for rushing over here after a matinee. And to Stephen and Claire, Ned, wonderful to read with you, and everybody else who's been reading today. Wonderful to be here, thank you. I'm just reading two longer pieces from my forthcoming book, which is supposed to be coming out in August. One is 8 minutes and one is 12 minutes. So the first one is Requiem for Elementary Language Acquisition. And I apologize in advance for my terrible French accent, which is actually essential to the poem, fortunately. It begins with an epigraph by René Magritte. La poésie est une pipe. Requiem for Elementary Language Acquisition. Once a person I loved gave me a bestiary, a book of animal portraits with text in 3 languages. And although we no longer talk, I still love this person, or rather the idea of this person, which is not an idea I invented, but an idea he gave me. In Brussels, I am shuffled about in a dream that is anxious and wary, filled with narrow brick streets that collide in baffling 3-part intersections, and languages ricocheting off each other to meet somewhere beyond me. The language app instructs me to climb stairs of syntax patiently. Je suis une femme. Tu es un chat? C'est un homme. Nous ne parlons pas. Is there a language of loneliness? Is loneliness beyond language? Is loneliness all language? Le chat à la clé. From the window of my study, the black tile roof of the building across the street is waffle dipped in dark chocolate and gabled steeply, dormer windows and sunroof and chimney jutting out at perfect 45-degree angles. I want to put it all in my mouth, but can't decide if I should lick or crunch or gulp without savoring. Did I say I am making my own bestiary? In it, all the animals are slowly purpling. The lizard's name is Fountain, but I call her Worry. Worry mouths a green gash pulsing. The animals are purpling because it is sunset, but I call it sunrise, and either way, they are awash in sky. Today, my anxiety has no face, but many ears that pop open like umbrellas. I want to escape their paranoid listening, all the coughs and murmurings they are busy misconstruing. So I take the metro to Les Musées Royaux de Beaux-Arts and glare at the work of the old masters. The old masters dangle, but the umbrellas collapse into bowling pins, repeatedly toppling and follow me in. They chase me to Bruegel's Fall of the Rebel Angels, and in the turmoil of gaped mouths and spleens unzipping, I see one demon angel from behind who is rising, not falling, on butterfly wings, her ass an armored fungus, legs withered to a single sheath. I imagine she is my mind and name her Mercy. I'm the sentence a latch catches, snagged on a semicolon, a misdirected parenthetical. Key. A year ago I was in love, and as a poet I should believe in repetition's possibility, but all I know is wind ripping through this narrow European street, casting trees into a frenzy of limbs flailing dangerously, and relaying a woman's screams in a language I cannot understand from somewhere I cannot see. But when I trudge downstairs, hear 3 massive doors slam clank behind me, turn the bend in the street. There is just a row of stalled taxis and one passenger who leans out the window and interpellates me, though he is only asking directions in an English that's unraveling. I'm the sentence the latch catches, snags in a word that seems insignificant, a preposition, which is, in fact, all that can turn it. I turn the bend in a brick street, and there is no woman there screaming, only wind that buffets sound around the city uselessly. A year ago, I was in love, and a year ago, I was alone. That sentence rattles in my pocket, melody in the key of we. As a poet, I know the inescapable pull of repetition, the yank of anxiety, mirrors exponentially multiplied, and each one always lying twice. I've read that trauma is a drag back to the scene of an endlessly recurring crime. But what is the condition of being caught in the syntax of a long past joy? Once a person I loved gave me a bestiary. I invented another in which all the animals are slowly purpling. We called the cat General Reynolds after the Civil War commander shot dead near the Cattery. General Reynolds II is flush with fat and sleep, rolled onto back, pawing air languidly. He dreams of the impish Gattino Raphael torn from a Sicilian wine label, who has antlers and angelic wings and a placid sort of smirk like he's failed the audition for Bruegel's painting. On the page facing, an antelope's all choked up in a Victorian button-up, her gloves at her throat, but no sounds sputter out. Even the most wondrous experiments collapse. She's over here. She's okay up there. Can't see behind me.
She's fine. She's okay.
The teal night elongates scars. Mind ink brushed in cross-cut sores. Requiem for elementary language acquisition. Le chat n'est pas un homme. I got stuck in the pipe between together and with. Raw sewage pulses by my ears, popped pressure. Tom-tom exhalations pounding, get up and go, get up and go. What if I won't? There's a lash in the stopped lids of loneliness. Go out and get, go out and get. The exit straddling among and between, the entrance dangling the base of within. A woman sitting cross-legged on the back of a bar patio keeps glancing at me, her pink hair silvering. With her friends, she speaks a sinuous French, the grease of a gassed and seen. Get up and greet, get up and greet. Even in English, how much time do I spend staring at people's feet? the distance between stumble and seize. Pipe wheezes breakneck gutter sputter. If it spits me out, I'll fold, I'll crumble. Get up and leave, gone up and out. Stuck in the pipe between only and none. A Magritte sky, so blue and feathery, is cut out above. I live in a box of mirrors, batting about under the gaze of my own eyes watching from every side. Silvering hair falls past my shoulders in Botticelli curls, so I seem some fairy tale witch or queen whose beauty closes like a drawbridge when the outside strays too close. The beauty loneliness casts somersaults in brass. Even heaviness is nimble. Here in June, it is always afternoon. Heart flung from its cage to swing by a lamppost forth and fro. Beauty is just one more way to be alone among others. When the brass band clatters onto the square, a crowd tumbles out in a swoon of color. So this next one is, thank you.